welcome to Let's Play Cars Meta National Championship, episode 25. And where, in this episode, we are now going to do pretty much all four of the Fuel Frenzy challenges in Ornament Valley, which is basically levels 4 to 6. Ornament Valley Airport, Inside the Turkey, and the Rust Bucket Grand Prix, I think is what they're called. And well, because of the notorious difficulty of how I find it to get around Inside the Turkey, I'm going to keep this on the Pro difficulty, you know, just for basically this segment, because of how tricky I think it's going to be. Anyways, let's do this. And ironically enough, if I do all 9 levels of the Fuel Frenzy, and apparently there are 9 levels, but if I do all 9 levels of the Fuel Frenzy, I apparently earn a sticker. And yes, by the way, I am of course doing all of these in one segment. And this time we get 2 Bolt Banner points for each level we complete in Ornament Valley, which I think, of course, if I'm not mistaken, ultimately equates to a total of 6 Bolt Banner points, which we can earn subsequently from doing this. And that is pretty much what I am doing. And apparently I'm also trying to save up on my fuel canisters as well, because apparently that too is important if I am to legitimately survive in what I think is essentially correct. Just basically trying not to use up all of these too soon. At least I'm trying to achieve something under those regards, if you can, you know, put it that way. If you can, you know, put it that way. Really don't want to collect all of these up too early. So that's basically what I'm trying to do. Just trying not to... Oh shit. And the game is not letting me go back and do that, because apparently the game just said to me, nope, no reversing. As much as I really wanted to go for those canisters. And thankfully I'm now back up to full song with my gas. Or at least I'm in a better position now than I was previously. Because obviously, you know, that is important. It is important for me to note that I am able, of course, to save up on the amount of fuel I'm burning, basically. At least I think that's what my plan is. Or at least it is the plan that I'm trying to stick to. If you can, you know, put it that way. Yes, I am of course aiming for the small fuel count. And yes, as you would have figured, I am of course going for the small fuel canisters before I go for the bigger ones. Oh. Well, someone had to take that large canister, judging by what I could see. And back up to full song with my boost power, or at least I think it's called boost power. And now, this is officially our final lap in the fuel mileage run which we have to do, if I'm not mistaken. Oh shit, I went too high. Okay. I think I just made a costly error. At least I think that's what I did. Well, at least I can say I'm managing to gather up the fuel canisters slowly but surely. And I almost thought for sure the game froze for a moment there, but apparently it didn't, for some reason. Although oddly enough, I have noticed of course that once you enter the airport terminal, you will notice there are of course some, you know, scoring errors in a way. Well, I do still have 0.3 of a mile to go, and obviously gathering up all of the small fuel canisters first hand, because obviously that's the preferable choice. That did not go as terrible as the previous crash did. And there we go, 3 laps are done. And all I have to do now is just wait for the fuel tank to fluctuate, and there it goes. Yeah, whatever.
Entertainment. Looks, oh yeah, first place. What more could you want?
You should be the poster card for fuel economy.
And apparently for the first time, that is officially the first time Fillmore has actually said my fuel efficiency rating is actually great. Although compared to all the other times, it's basically been good. Which apparently is a word I don't get very often. But anyways, level 4 is done. And we now have a total of 156 bolt banners to our name. And so, let us continue. With the fuel economy runs that I plan on doing. So, we now head to level 5, where we are doing Inside the Turkey. And yes, I can of course confirm that this circuit is definitely in the shape of a turkey. Even then, of course, if personally I think the circuit itself is dreadful. Because of how easy it is to just have a calamity even from a minor mistake. Well, let's just get this over with. Since that's more or less what I'm trying to do. Since that is more or less what I'm basically trying to do at the moment.
Hey, loser! I can see you in the rearview mirror.
Oh, that's a bit harsh.
You come here to race, didn't you?
I'm pretty sure Motor is not usually that harsh. But again, I can definitely tell, of course, that when he said that quite harshly.
No prob, you're just setting up a big triumphant moment for me.
And apparently the game did not like me doing that. As much as I really tried to get myself the mileage, the game itself just basically disallowed it in saying, nope, you can't do that. Because apparently that is just something the game itself has. Well, whatever. I mean, as long as I don't fluctuate too soon, and also as long as I manage to get myself the fuel efficiency that I want, then that's, you know, pretty much all I really care about, as long as I'm not topping up the tank too much. And essentially, that's basically what my plan is. Because I am, of course, using the fuel canisters I get, but at the same time, I'm also trying not to burn them too soon. Because apparently that is something I've learned how to do in the Fuel Frenzy. Well, might as well go the other way this time and see what happens. Especially considering, of course, I am trying to save my fuel up as much as I can. Oh shit. Okay. It's alright, it's fine. We're still good. We've not lost it yet. We're still looking good for now. At the least. We are still looking good for now. Which is just the incentive that I want to have. In proving that I can essentially do this. Oh, okay, that was too high. No, whatever. No, whatever. I actually don't care too much. And I did manage to get back on track before the game considered resetting me. Again. Anyways, final lap, at least on our targeted run, which is important apparently. Important confirmed, I should say. And so, let us continue. With basically topping up the gas, I guess you could say. Since that is more or less what I am trying to do. Basically top it up as much as I can, as well as also trying to see if I can manage to achieve much more.
Ball! Watch the ball!
Yeah, whatever. Well, I'm only doing this to reach my minimum target, aren't I? So it's not really that effective. Even then, of course, if I do have to get some scratches. Okay, that didn't work. Okay. Well, still got about another 0.2 of a mile to go before I reach it. And there goes Mater. He misses the large gas tank. And I think I'm gonna make it, as long as I don't make any more mistakes. And there we go. I win! And I don't think I'm gonna go much further than this. Going, of course, to continue with my fuel mileage goal, because apparently that is important. And I don't think I need anything else. So I'm just gonna let it run out from here. Okay, now I'm gonna let it run out from here. Whatever.
Oh, there's more where that came from.
Alright.
Nice fuel economy, man.
Alright. So that is officially level 5 now done and dusted, and 4 out of 6 bolt banners claimed from the Fuel Frenzy levels I can do in Ornament Valley, and also putting my overall total to 158 out of 350. And then, once I've done the final fuel economy run here at Ornament Valley, that should put me up to an overall total of 160 bolt banners overall. Alright, let's do it. Let's go to the final level of Fillmore's Fuel Frenzy in Ornament Valley, which is ultimately Rust Bucket Grand Prix. And I have put this up to the professional difficulty compared to myself previously having the race itself on the rookie difficulty, which is basically why I dominated. So, same objectives again, and of course, ultimately, the final 3 levels of the Fuel Frenzy officially come in Tailfin Pass. And, oh yeah, the night vision goggles. Because apparently those are so crucial. Especially in a cave. Fuck you, Fred. You motherfucker.
Trophy's calling, gotta go.
And so, we continue with our fuel. Okay, that did not go the way I was wanting it to, and I might fail this somehow as a result of myself getting
That's just great.
reset.
I know it's my track, but you don't have to let me win.
And out of the cave we go. And
No kidding. Get out front.
ultimately, I am just continuing with my fuel-saving runs.
Oh, what just happened? Pack your trunk, pal. You're going home. Well, that does it. Here I come.
And trying, of course, to not burn up the available canisters I have too soon. So one lap is down, but we still have 2 laps to go. If I can manage to make those 2 laps, that is. Hopefully I can, but I don't make any guarantees. And yes, furthermore, this is ultimately how you can beat the fuel mileage runs if you're prepared to do each of these on the champion difficulty. And unfortunately, in the end, I was not prepared to do that, sadly. Oh, hey Doc.
Temporary set.
And continuing with the fuel mileage run that I have managed to build up to this point. Right, continuing. Alright, so still got one more lap to set up to this point, but... Oh, hi Doc. I think that was a bit over-eager, that was. Considering you did of course bump me. Oh, I forgot to jump. And now I'm suddenly missing everything. Or so it seems.
That way? You sure ain't no dirt.
Or so it seems, I'm basically missing everything. Well, still got to finish off the lap, of course. And then, once I have done that, hopefully that shall do it. I think for the Ornament Valley Fuel Frenzy runs. Oh, hi Mater. Can you try your hardest to not be overly audacious like you have been?
This is a dream come true.
Well, for you maybe, but not necessarily for me.
Are you supposed to be a champion or something?
Anyways, we're close to making it. We are not too far off from reaching 3 laps now. Just got to keep my nose clean, and then that should do it.
That way?
Then that should, of course, do it for the fuel economy runs in Ornament Valley. And I can see the sun right, and I can see the sun right in my face.
This won't hurt a bit.
The dusk scenery of the sun. Alright. I've met my minimum objective. All I need to do now is just go a little bit further. And then that should be Ornament Valley done. Officially. Yeah. Well, if I was doing this on the champion difficulty, then I would be worrying, but fortunately, for me at least, I'm not worrying too much. No, might as well go a little further whilst I'm here, because then it will at least prove, of course, that I am capable of doing some things. As a car gamer, which is very much what I more or less am in many different circumstances. Okay. This should be enough to get me a total of 4 laps. As far as I know, since we only have 0.2 of a lap to go. And I can still see the sun dusking in. We are very much at the point of dusk, the way it stands. And completed 4 laps on circuit. All I need to do now is just wait for my fuel to fluctuate, and now I'm just going to stop immediately.
Entertainment, style, and oh yeah, first place. What more could you want?
You took what you needed, and you got where you win.
Yep. So anyways, there we go. I win! And I have also proven that, at the very least, it is possible to set 4 laps around at least one of these circuits. Even then, of course, if I only set 3 laps around the other 2. Anyways, that was the fuel efficiency runs of Ornament Valley, or those were the fuel efficiency runs of Ornament Valley. And yes, by the way, that is what lightning looks like in night vision form. Shit, whatever. Anyways, the fuel frenzy runs in Ornament Valley are done and dusted. And as to what we shall be doing next time, well, we don't have anything else to do in Ornament Valley except for maybe getting some collectibles, but I'm not going to do those until later on. And well, I think what it is I'm going to do next is the first 3 levels of tractor tipping. And yes, by the way, we are of course heading back to Radiator Springs for the next segment. And so with that, stay tuned for more of the Meta National Championship.